On August 3rd, the citizens of Independence will be asked to vote on renewal of the local parks and stormwater control sales taxes. If approved, this will not increase the current sales tax rate for the City of Independence. First, we'll take a look at the parks portion of the issue. The City of Independence Parks and Recreation staff manages a total of 47 separate parks, green spaces, and recreation facilities. Currently, there's a 1/4 cent sales tax to make improvements and additions to the parks and recreation system. Half of that, or 1/8 of a cent, is perpetual and is dedicated to routine park maintenance and security and to operation of facilities such as the Palmer Center and Truman Memorial Building. The other half, also 1/8 of a cent, funds park revitalization and capital projects. Projects completed with revenue from this sales tax include Adventure Oasis Water Park, spray grounds at McCoy and Rotary Parks, the Independence Athletic Complex, the Palmer Senior Center, and 15 miles of trails. In addition, more than 200 other projects were completed throughout the park system. These projects included new playgrounds, picnic tables, shelters, restrooms, and other amenities, as well as renovations to tennis and basketball courts and parking areas. This part of the sales tax that specifically funds new construction, renovation, and park amenity replacement will expire December 31st, 2012. If approved by voters, this sales tax renewal issue will replace the existing sales tax on December 31st, 2010, and will be in effect until repealed. The new Parks and Recreation Master Plan identifies 15 years of maintenance and improvement projects. The plan was updated earlier this year with input from Independence residents. 5-year priority list will be developed and maintained by the City Council with help of citizen input. This will keep programs fresh, allow for updated priorities, identify new and emerging trends, and help meet community needs and desires. The proposed sales tax will continue to dedicate 1/8 of 1 cent for park and facility revitalization, enhancement, and development. The initial distribution of sales tax revenue will allocate approximately 40% of the revenue for park and facility revitalization to repair and replace playgrounds, spray grounds, tennis and basketball courts, restroom facilities, recreation centers, and athletic fields. Approximately 35% to fund enhancements such as new attractions at Adventure Oasis Water Park, destination playgrounds, and walking trails, and approximately 25% for the development of new parks, facilities, and trails. Now, let's look at the stormwater portion of the ballot issue. In 2000, voters approved a 1/4 cent sales tax to fund the stormwater management program. Residents were promised the completion of at least 22 public improvement projects to address flooding. In reality, the sales tax has funded 54 public improvement projects throughout Independence. Prior to passage of the 1/4 cent stormwater sales tax 10 years ago, many Independence neighborhoods experienced extensive residential flooding during rain events. At that time, water pollution control staff were able to make an average of 93 repairs each year to the storm sewers. Compounding the issue was the fact that 130 to 150 new problems were logged every year, resulting in a 2.5-year backlog for repairs. The tax has enabled the city to hire stormwater staff to routinely clean, repair, and maintain the stormwater system. Since the inception of this sales tax, repairs have more than doubled and maintenance has more than quadrupled. In the 9 years that the maintenance program has been funded by the sales tax, water pollution control has cleaned nearly 600,000 feet of stormwater lines, inspected more than 145,000 structures, and cleaned more than 58,000 structures. In addition, 54 construction capital improvement projects and 13 watershed studies have been funded by the sales tax. The Water Pollution Control Department has made progress toward controlling stormwater runoff, but there's more work that needs to be done. The department currently has 22 public improvement projects underway, and another 39 projects have been identified for future work. In addition, there are 13,000 stormwater structures and more than 220 miles of pipe that must be maintained and replaced over time, 15 regional stormwater detention basins to maintain, and more state and federal regulations that place an increasing emphasis on environmental protection and compliance. The stormwater sales tax is set to expire December 31st, 2010. If renewal of this sales tax is approved by voters, it will perpetually dedicate 1/4 cent to stormwater management, operations, maintenance, construction, and pollution control. By law, the money raised by the tax could only be used for the stormwater management program. Activities of this program will continue to include stormwater sewer maintenance, increased stormwater systems capacity, stormwater quality, and flood response and prevention activities. As with the past sales tax initiatives, citizen oversight committees will remain in place to ensure that all sales tax revenue be spent only on projects allowed under the state and local restrictions. Committees for both parks and water pollution control will continue their oversight and make reports twice a year at City Council meetings. The Independence Council for Economic Development has estimated 47% of sales tax revenue the city collects is paid by non-residents. They come here from other cities to shop in our stores, work in our businesses, and eat in our restaurants. The current sales tax rate in Independence is 7.6%. The city only receives 2.25% of that money. The rest goes to the state and Jackson County. Renewal of the stormwater control and local park sales tax will not increase the current sales tax rate. Voters will be asked this question on August 3rd. Shall the City of Independence continue to impose a sales tax pursuant to the authority of the Stormwater Control and Local Park Sales Tax Act of the State of Missouri with a rate of 1/8% for the purpose of providing funding for local parks, recreation programs, trails, and construction of new facilities, and a rate of 1/4% for the purpose of providing funding for stormwater control to be effective January 1, 2011, which tax shall be in effect thereafter until repealed. To receive more information about either the stormwater projects or the parks and recreation projects that would be funded if the ballot is approved, go to independencemo.org. You may also call 325-7019. Thank you for watching.